My father's obsession with my weight, to me, I don't remember a time where I haven't been impacted by it. Like, it seemed to be immediate upon my birth. My mom told me the story of, like, especially once they split up, she was saying, oh, your father, do you even know what he's like? Like, I don't think you understand what he's really like. When you were a baby, he didn't want you to drink milk. And I confronted him about it when I was like 19 or so, 20. And he was like, that's not what I said. What I said was, you should be drinking skim milk. Okay, that's what I said. Whole milk is fattening. It didn't feel like he was doing it for my good. It felt like he was doing it because there was something about me that bothered him that much. It felt like he had to compensate for something. And I was supposed to do that job for him, and I wasn't doing it. Wherever there's a child of a clergyman or clergy person, there's going to be pressure. And in my instance, my father is the father of a Pentecostal church. Pentecostals are not easy. And they have a very rigorous kind of doctrine. So whatever you do, it's not just like good versus evil, or like if you were corrupt or this or that. It's like, how long is your hair? Okay, but you wore this skirt, or you're wearing sneakers. So when I was about 11 or 12, I had come back from Puerto Rico, and I remember he picked us up from the airport, and he was like, wow, you're even bigger than the last time I saw you. So he became determined to make me lose weight. So he signed me up for a membership at Bally Total Fitness, but he was never there. Like, he would go, okay, go on, scan your ID card and let me know when you're done. I'll be here, or I'll be in the car. It's like, what? I'm 12, sir. Like, and because I had been so scrutinized for my weight my whole life, I would see people staring at me in this gym. And I'm like, oh my God, he's right. I'm the fattest thing on earth. Oh my God, these people are staring at me because they're disgusted and they're just laughing at me for even trying to lose weight right now. No, what they're laughing at is the fact that some idiot left their 12-year-olds in a gym by herself, weightlifting. It never crossed his mind that I was a kid. Birthdays were more like a church event. Like, this is just a formality, kind of like the royal family. Like, you just go in front of everyone. This is your cake. You pretend to like it. You cannot eat it. But that was birthdays every year. And I remember one year, I asked him, can we please just not? And he was like, fine, whatever. I'll promise, and he just nodded. The next Sunday, after my birthday, I see that there's a cake box on his desk. Again, in a normal family, maybe that's not a big deal that you see a cake box on your father's desk, but this time, I saw it and I kind of ran. At the next service, he made me give a public apology for my behavior, for not having celebrated my birthday. Like, how dare you? These people, they love you and they wanted you to celebrate with them. And it's like, hi, it's not about me celebrating with them. It's about them celebrating with me. I don't know these people. After high school and after the whole debacle with the birthday cake, I decided to leave my dad's church. And I just left and didn't look back. Throughout my life, I knew who God was. And I was always fed this idea that he was a being who didn't like a lot of things. I didn't hear a lot about what he did like or about who he did love. And so when I was 24, I was still going to college. I was in my last year of college. And, I was making friends from different backgrounds in the Christian faith. And my friend Chris, he would regularly go to this church. And I remember going there and it was just so organic, and everyone really felt like they knew who God was and that God knew who they were. And I sat through the service and everything was just, it made sense all of a sudden. When I was in that building at that moment, that was the first time I felt that God felt that I mattered. And it was revolutionary. I had never been exposed to that idea before, especially because my own father, who taught me everything that I knew about God, reflected that idea of a God who was disinterested, just apathetic, because he expressed that in his own fatherhood. So I didn't have an idea until that very moment that maybe love was real and God was the definition of it, and he loved me and he cared about what I had been through and what I would go through in the future and where he wanted me to go. And it was all of a sudden, it felt like the world opened up and the possibilities were endless. I started coming to Metro in 2019. Before that, I had been kind of bouncing around different churches trying to find what felt right, and I wasn't having a lot of luck. The second I walked in here, I knew it. I was like, I like it here. It feels really warm and authentic and nothing like what I grew up with. It doesn't feel like a royal family affair. It doesn't have the bishops in fancy dress and the fancy suits and the noses high in the air. It's just everybody just being normal and loving God together and loving each other. And I know I couldn't leave. Metro is that kind of community of people who love each other so much and love God so much that they see the best in each other. And when they see the bad things in each other, even they try to support each other through that. And it's such a healthy atmosphere that I've never seen before. I've dealt with mental illness and stuff since I was a literal child. And this is one of the few times where I've been virtually symptom-free. So it's great. It's opening up a lot of possibilities in my mind for me as to where I could go. I've never really thought about my future before. And especially being in a place like Metro where people are like, ooh, you're a good writer, or you're a good singer. Have you tried this? Have you tried that? I never thought about trying things because I could propel myself into a future before. And my depression and anxiety and even my Asperger's have always kind of dictated my life and dictated who I am. And now I kind of realize that I don't have to let it dictate anything. I am what I am, and everything else is just circumstantial. I am Nicole, and I happen to have depression. I'm Nicole, and I happen to be on the autism spectrum, and that doesn't mean anything. It doesn't mean that I have to follow the rubric of those things. It doesn't mean that I have to try not to be those things. I'm in a better place now, and that's not to say that I won't relapse and I won't go back down again, because it happens. But when I do relapse, if I do relapse, I know that I won't be alone, that I'll have a community of people who love me, and I know that I won't have to pick myself up. I've already discovered a God who has picked me up and dusted me off and shown me off to other people so that they can witness my life as a testament to his goodness. So I don't have to worry about doing anything alone from now on. And I think that's as good as it gets.